Hello, I'm Rob, and I'm doing a video on the 2019 Mini Cooper Clubman S All4. That's what this vehicle is. And what the problem is that I was stuck in this mode with the sunroof up like this from the Mississippi River to Colorado. I was in the middle of going over the bridge, and all of a sudden, although it was open, when I pressed the button to close, it's stuck in this position. So this is how to reset this particular window. I found that that's what I can do. Now, there's a site that I went to, and the issue was basically somehow it just stuck open. It wasn't a motor issue, but this guy right here, Do It Vehicles, and here's the website or the video for him. I wasn't able to link it, so I'm just using a photo of it because I thought it'd be necessary. This guy really took the time to do all the fuses of an R60. So Mini Cooper S R60, all fuses and relays. He does a great job. And I used his video to help me find the fuse because it's such a mess. When you look at the actual manual, the manual says look at the fuse box, and in the fuse box is a little piece of paper that has icons and stuff like that. Now, I've already fixed this, but one of the things I did do is, because I thought it could be internal to maybe a track, something stuck in the middle of it or whatever, I went ahead and removed the sunroof. And to do that, you remove 6, there's 3 on this side, 3 on the other, 6 Torx. You need a Torx tool. It's a Torx 25 to remove that. I also went up in here, pulled this all down, and I found that it was going to really be a pain to get into the motor. So I said, well, if I have to go that far, I'll probably take it to Mini and have them replace it. But in order to reset this, what I found was BMW, and Mini falls after BMW, a lot of the technology. They said, oh, if you have a power outage, such as, your battery goes out, and sometimes you have to reset these things, and it could be the blown fuse. Well, if it's a blown fuse, folks, you probably have a bigger issue than just having to reset it. So if you're lucky, in the manual it says to remove this little plate, and inside here, I'm putting the flashlight on, there's a green fuse. That's a 30 amp right there. Okay, right here at the top. Hopefully I can point to it and you can see it. Okay, that's the fuse. How I found it was through the gentleman's video that I mentioned before. And so you take the little manual out, and this little manual really doesn't help much. So what I did do is I went through with a multimeter and tested my voltages, and they were all good. So based on the fact that Mini would follow BMW's, in the way I thought about it as a prior tech in the Navy, as an electronics tech, and been working on cars since I was pretty young. I looked at this and I couldn't determine what, I'm going to take this in the garage for better viewing maybe. So basically I took it and I looked at it and I said, well, I can't really tell what these icons are. So that gentleman on his website, he went through everything, the Do It Vehicles. He went through the entire list here of his vehicle, which is a different year, but I finally found that this sunroof that's what it kind of looks like right here. That's the sunroof icon. And these are the fuses. It's number 36 and 43. When you look at that, and he was real nice enough to explain all these little icons, and I was like, hey, I found it. 36 on my paperwork here has no fuse. 43 has the 30 amp. I then went up to the top up here and I said, oh, there's number 43. I circled for you. And that's how I found it. I looked in there, and there it is, the green 30 amp fuse. And without his video, I probably was out of luck. Probably could have contacted Mini, but you know, they like to have you bring their vehicle in, and my nearest Mini is almost 100 miles away. So this is how I found that fuse. I simply removed it, waited a few seconds, put it back together, and that resolved my problem. So if you do have that problem, I recommend you check the fuse voltage on each side. As you can see in here, each fuse has a little bitty metal on the left and right, and just make sure it's 12 volts on both sides, and you should be good to go. And I'll put this back. But at any rate, good luck, and hopefully this video will help you with that particular problem.